Philadelphia, are you ready?
They said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome,
we're already recording.
Yes, we are. Well, we were.
I think that should make the episode. Either way.
Welcome everybody to Brotherly Love Wrestling Essential Series, and we're switching it up again.
We got a doozy.
Yeah, we're switching it up on you again.
This is going to be the most controversial of them all.
Controversial, and even though we say, "Oh God, this is hard,"
because no matter what we could do, we're not going to be right.
This is next to impossible.
It is
this list.
There's nothing that we can do to do justice to this.
No.
Because we only get 5.
Yes.
And 5 of?
The NXT Takeover pay-per-views. So,
or
matches. Pay-per-view matches, excuse me.
NXT Takeover matches, the top 5 in NXT Takeover history.
Oh, God. I'm glad I get 3, but that doesn't even give me enough, not even close to enough to pick.
This is a very long list of... And I just thought of another one that I have 5 now that I think should. So I have my list of 5, but that doesn't include the ones that I already think that you're going to pick.
Yes,
these are just mine.
Yeah,
because I think we both know there's a couple matches that essential as essential gets. Maybe an all-time ever matches. Let alone NXT Takeover matches. I'll say that.
With a couple of them, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
but we'd have to be thinking of the same ones,
okay.
And that is the dilemma of this episode or episodic series.
Yes. All right. I get to kick it off. Like I said, I get 3
shit out of it. Oh boy.
God. All right. I'm going to start with, because it's impossible to try and even rank them.
Categorize?
Yeah, oh, this should be first or that should be 5th. That isn't even an issue at this point. I'm going to go with Bayley, Sasha Banks, women's Iron Man match.
No! The what?
Yes. I am a much bigger fan of the Iron Man match.
No! Oh, my God.
At Takeover respect. That is the one I am picking, not the other one.
No.
Yes.
No. The Brooklyn was so much better.
I don't think it was.
Oh my God.
I don't think it was.
No.
I think the Iron Woman match was better.
No. She won it at Brooklyn. Bayley won it at Brooklyn. That was the better story.
I don't think it was.
Oh my God. No.
It's too bad. It's already on there.
Oh my God.
Right out of the gate, I fucked you up.
Yeah, because I think the other one is one of the best matches that I've ever seen.
I think but Iron Woman matches too.
Either way. This sucks. Completely thrown off. Completely.
I did my job then.
Why? That doesn't mean you're getting all yours in there.
I get 2 more picks, so I can at least get mine in there.
Yeah, but you
unless you take them in that case, I feel even better. At least I know now I can go for one I didn't
expect. You have 3 that you're gonna pick.
I'm putting in no matter what.
And that was one of them?
Yes.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me. I have 2.
Yes, you do.
There's so many, because I know I want to rationalize in my head because I know the bulk of these are going to be singles matches. And I feel like
if it's the greatest match,
I feel like NXT has had the best tag team matches, far better than AEW. NXT, that period of NXT, until like maybe a year ago.
There's not many promotions, period, that can stack up with some of the matches the tag division put on.
No, not only that, but matches for takeover matches in general. There's 5 matches per card. They were simple. I'm stalling big time.
I could tell.
Stalling big time. I just realized it. Fuck. All right.
Go with your gut, like you said.
You fucked up my gut. You gave me a gut punch. All right. I'll put this one in because this is probably up there with, in my opinion, with Bayley, Sasha, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Done bait for the NXT UK Championship at Chicago. Probably one of my favorite matches that I've ever seen. That match was incredible. That might be, it's 1A and 1 for Bayley, Sasha 1, and that it was. Just,
I like that pick. I wasn't expecting that pick from you. I really like that pick, though. I think that looking at or knowing what I have, adding that makes the list so much more complete.
Yeah.
No matter what your other pick is.
Well, that's going to depend on what you throw out here because there is literally one match that we both know should make this list. And it's probably, you could say it's the best NXT TakeOver match of all time. You could say that.
So if we're thinking of the same one,
do you want to say it now?
I can save it for last.
And I can hope that I'm right there.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that because I think that's more fun.
No. So because you never
my
will say
second pick.
This is awful.
My second pick. I am going with the North American Championship ladder match.
Okay, that was on my list of my top 5.
Yes. Cole, EC3, Sullivan, Dane, Ricochet, Velveteen Dream, NXT Takeover New Orleans.
That was phenomenal. That was just fun.
Again,
I think that should be on the list of the essential because that gives you that taste of like that, not just that nail biter, like that near fall nail biter that they were so good at, but they were good at a lot of other shit too. And those gimmick matches, they were phenomenal at.
And unfortunately, because I feel like you're not going to put, I don't know, I could be wrong with whatever your next is, but like I felt like I needed this match. My head deciding, because the next one is definitely a singles match, but my head deciding I wanted a multi-man match. So I was either this and I had to choose between a couple war games. So like this, I feel, even though War Games had some great matches, I still think this title match is.
I think that's better
than all the War Games.
I'm in agreement with that.
All right, I'm glad we agree with that then. Yes.
I think maybe one of them War Games would have made a top 10 list, but War Games match not a top 5.
Okay, all right, good. So
not my top 5. Like I said, there is no right answer.
No, absolutely not.
There's definitely a lot of wrong answers, but there is no right. And I will invite anybody who watches or listens to this to give me your top 5, and we'll put that out there, and we'll see if you're right or not. Like, if you think that you're dead on balls, you have the top 5, no question at all. Because I think it's impossible.
I think you're right. Well, yeah, because it's so
I think it's impossible.
It's not. It is impossible because no one is physically ever going to be right.
No.
There's no facts or stats to back you up on this. It's what you feel is the greatest.
I have a very, very strong feeling that we're not thinking of the same match.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So.
Who was your first? You were Sasha Bayley.
Yeah.
I was
Done
versus Bate.
Excuse me.
You were the North American title, the ladder match. Oh, my God. We're leaving out a couple of very substantial pieces to NXT.
Yes, we are.
And it's up to me and you on our picks to try and include the missing pieces.
Which is not – there's going to be a lot of missing pieces.
There's a lot of missing pieces. I don't even get to put on one of my favorite matches now. From NXT, it's in there, but I don't know if it's top 5. I don't know if it's one of the 5 essential.
I love how you're having this argument with yourself.
Yes, I know. Because I have to, because I don't know what the hell you're doing on the last one now. I think you're in a different freaking time zone than me.
Really?
Yes.
You think we're that far apart on this match that has to be on there for greatest takeover match of all time? Really?
Yes, I think you're thinking of one and I'm thinking of the other.
All right, well then put yours on. But if we're thinking the same one,
yeah, I'm giving you an extra pick.
No, if we're thinking the same one, right, and you're taking my last pick, the one that we are far away on, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So
if I take the pick that I think that you should have,
just stop it there, because you're never going to get into that.
Okay, fuck it. I'm going to take the pick, and I'm going to hope that it's the one that you were thinking of, and that's Gargano, Almas, Takeover Philly.
Yes, that is the one that was going to be my fifth.
All right.
So,
I mean, I know being there live, which we were, gives you a different feeling.
We're obviously biased, of course.
I don't think we are, because you can still watch it.
I'm saying from being there live, it's that much better.
Yeah, because you're in the moment, but you're still, I mean, you're live in the moment. But still, that was fucking damn near perfect. That was damn near perfect of a match.
Yeah.
Of a story arc. That was, see, like I said, those matches, the Bayley, Sasha, Dunn, and Tyler Bate, and those two, Gargano and Almas.
Yes.
Or Andrade.
Yeah.
Or CN. Whatever we're calling him.
El Idolo.
I think that, you could go 1A, 1B. I think they're all.
Yeah.
You can interchange them, and I don't think either one of them being the number one would be wrong.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that.
But now I definitely am not getting one of my favorites in there.
Well, and I mean, like I said, I'm glad you picked it, because it now gives me a flyer on something I didn't expect to make it.
And we're leaving out a couple other very significant pieces.
Yes. Yeah, you're absolutely. But with that,
okay,
I got to put on DIY versus the Revival at TakeOver Toronto.
I'm not mad at that. Is that the 2 out of 3 falls?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at that at all. That was one of the ones that I was torn apart.
Yes.
All right. So I would have had that. That was one of the ones that I was really, really back and forth with. But I took the game. I didn't want to take the gamble with Gargano and Andrade.
I got you.
So that would have been one. That would have been one. Had you have said that before?
Yeah.
I just did it.
So then, look, it worked out exactly how.
That would have been one of the ones that was on there.
But I think DIY Revival, you're talking, again, like you said, that era of tag team wrestling for NXT, second to none.
No, not at all. They were that was the best era of NXT. Actually, NXT had a long stretch of being the best era.
Yeah, probably until
a year or two ago.
No, less than that.
A year ago. You think this pandemic has been going on for a while now.
Yeah.
So,
but NXT has still been good throughout the pandemic.
It lost a step, and then they completely changed it up.
I think when it was losing to AEW, it was still very good. It was, I thought, a lot of times the better show on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. Yeah, there was points that statement could have been true.
Yeah. So I still think, now, of course, but NXT's run and those 5 matches that we were able to finally put together.
All right. So there was quite a few that didn't make the list. Suffice it to say. There was Sasha Becky.
We didn't even touch on anything Ciampa Gargano.
We didn't touch. No, that was the one I thought I thought that was the one I thought you were going with. Because I overthought it. I was like, what if he thinks I'm thinking of Ciampa Gargano?
No.
The one, I think Sami Zayn and Neville was my biggest one that I didn't want when Sami Zayn finally won it, and that crowd was absolutely going ape shit crazy. Like I still get goosebumps thinking about that. That was a great match like that, and it was one of those times where you had two baby faces going at it,
and
but Sami Zayn was he
was the guy.
He was the baby face.
Yes,
there was no one bigger than him at that point.
Yeah. I think another one that I don't think would have made the list because it's so new is that I think blew me away in physicality alone. And that's Finn Balor.
Kyle O'Reilly.
That
I thought about that one. I really thought about that. I was like, man, that was a really good match. Like they had us. I thought O'Reilly had it.
I know. And really that's what I'm saying. I think that even though it's so new and there's so much history and so many great matches.
That out of recent, that's probably the best one.
Yes. Yeah. But that's another one where I thought that should be on there, but it's going to be hard to get past any of the ones we put on.
Then you have Nakamura.
Yes. We even talked Nakamura Zayn at Takeover Dallas. That was a phenomenal match.
Yeah.
And you talk about one of the greatest of all time.
We didn't even get a KO in here. We didn't get Samoa Joe.
No KO Balor. No Balor and Balor and Joe. Like,
oh man, they had fucking crazy match. Was the cage match? I remember that one. That was fucking nuts. There was a lot of matches.
I know. We haven't even scratched the surface. Just even talking about how long we have been.
Anything like DIY, AOP, Revival and American Alpha. There was so many tag teams, and you had Mustache Mountain versus Undisputed Era, and that was a fucking great match. That was the one where he had to throw in the towel, and they had you fucking. That was a good one. That was really good. Oh, that was
like. How big of a list will we have to make for it to be like, okay, that's enough? Yeah, exactly.
I think once you get past like the 15 mark, you're just like
watering it down.
The rest could be like filler. I say you could probably put together a very strong top 15.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, like what we're putting together, like you could interchange like numerous ones and like, oh, this could go here. But there are so many good matches that brand put on for a long time.
Very long time. Yeah. I mean, from inception.
It really makes you feel like that part of it is going to AEW with who they're bringing in and whatnot. You're like, they're taking like kind of like the best parts of it and they're kind of mixing in their own thing with it. And it's kind of like, shit, man. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, remember when you really liked watching NXT? Like, that's how I feel about AEW. And I feel like it's got that same vibe where you're like, all right, they just picked up and they're doing kind of like what they want, they're using what they learned at NXT and they're better at it.
Yeah.
And they have new competition, which is always what you want.
Yeah. And not only that, they're all like, I mean, look,
they're so far like the big pieces of NXT.
Yeah.
And we're not even done yet.
You already have half of the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
And most likely from what everyone keeps saying, you're going to have now 3/4 of it. Like it's, and that's why AEW is so much fun to watch because they're taking the best stars and being like, all right, we'll use them. No problem. And we'll find
it's really going to be tough for them to withstand that because there are going to be people that get put to the back burner.
Well, look,
right now I'm enjoying the ride.
Unfortunately, with the circumstances, Moxley being out, they're lucky that they don't. That's another spot that's filled. You know what I mean? That you get to fill. What happens when Mox comes back and he's healthy? Like someone's getting shoved down the line. It has to happen. So, I mean,
we haven't seen enough of yet.
Who's that?
Santana and Ortiz. Well, I feel like they get the biggest snub in the tag team division.
Yeah, because I
feel like a lot of other people, like, you're getting time for the Acclaimed on TV. Like, what the hell have Santana or Ortiz got to do to get the fuck on? Because they're a much better tag team than the majority of those tag teams. I mean, Lucha Brothers are phenomenal. The Bucks are the Bucks. I mean, but P&P are right there.
Yeah, but they're with the Inner Circle.
Yeah,
so
that's got to go. That's got to stop, man.
I agree. I think that should have stopped a while ago. But they're
all doing
keep
their own
them
thing.
together. I know, but they're still the Inner Circle. Like, I think that should have been over and done with.
Maybe they're breaking
really
away from it. We can hope.
But in a company that is majority factions or some kind of groups, like that's how you get everyone on TV.
Groups and factions.
Yeah. So
we just saw a pretty cool faction start at Ring of Honor.
Yes. Or
the Control Your Narrative.
Yes. With Adam Scherr, obviously Titan or Braun Strowman.
Titan Strowman.
I'll tell you what.
Sounds like the best bread ever.
For people that may not be Ring of Honor fans, and of course we've had enough Ring of Honor superstars on that if you're curious, you already should have checked it out. But
that's a little late, isn't it?
A little bit. But that pay-per-view they put on Saturday night, didn't matter if you were there or not. If you're there, obviously it was a great atmosphere, an amazing event. But I talked to a couple people who watched, and they said they were glued to the TV the entire night. And it's exactly how we felt. That 4 hours did not feel like 4 hours at all.
It was a little longer than 4 hours than the Uber fucking fiasco.
Well, yeah.
Fucking
that's
Uber.
Besides the point.
Uber did us dirty.
But, a hell of an event. I really hope they come back in some form or fashion. All the title holders are there. Yeah, the Righteous as the six-man champions.
Speaking of bringing it full circle, probably happening or already happened as we're talking about this, Josh Woods is on AEW Dark.
Yes.
Against
Spears.
The chairman.
So that actually would be I can't wait to watch that match. It's going to be very interesting with those two.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be to see how much time Woods gets.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you have to? Yeah. No, I don't think he would have the title because since it's probably taped. Oh, yeah. Well, he's already the champ. Of course he would. What if he would bring the Ring of Honor title onto TV? That'd be pretty cool to see that too.
Are you going to have Spears challenge for the ROH Pure title?
No, but just for him to have the Ring of Honor title on his shoulder for that match would be pretty cool. So we hope you enjoyed the show. We hope that you liked our list. If you think your list is better, like Joe said.
I got a feeling that all these lists are going to be different.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
I think a couple of ours will make their list.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for the most part, they're all going to be different.
I agree. So thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll be talking to you next week.